How does the carbon-nitrogen ratio help compost vegan food scraps? Have you ever wondered how the carbon-to-nitrogen ratio impacts the composting of your vegan food scraps? Understanding this balance can transform your composting experience. The carbon-to-nitrogen ratio is essential for successful composting. It helps balance the nutrients that microorganisms need to break down organic materials. Carbon-rich materials, often referred to as browns, provide energy for these microbes. On the other hand, nitrogen-rich materials, known as greens, supply the proteins necessary for microbial growth and reproduction. An ideal ratio for composting is about 30 parts carbon to 1 part nitrogen. This balance ensures that decomposition happens efficiently, prevents unpleasant odors, and keeps pests away. Vegan food scraps are typically nitrogen-rich, with ratios around 14 to 19 parts carbon to 1 part nitrogen, depending on the type of waste. For example, vegetable scraps and fruit peels fall into this category. To create a successful compost pile, it is important to mix these nitrogen-rich scraps with carbon-rich materials. Dry leaves, straw, or shredded paper are great examples of browns that have much higher carbon-to-nitrogen ratios, often 30 to 1 or even higher. When you combine these materials, you create an optimal environment for microbes to thrive. This helps break down your vegan food scraps into nutrient-rich compost. If the carbon-to-nitrogen ratio is too low, meaning there is too much nitrogen, your compost pile may start to smell due to ammonia releases. Conversely, if the ratio is too high, decomposition slows down because microbes lack enough nitrogen to build proteins. Maintaining the right ratio is key to keeping microbial activity and temperature in your compost pile. This speeds up the conversion of vegan food scraps into valuable compost that can enrich your soil. For practical composting at home, start by collecting your vegan food scraps, such as fruit and vegetable peels or coffee grounds. These will serve as your greens. Next, add sufficient brown materials like dry leaves, shredded paper, or cardboard to balance the carbon-to-nitrogen ratio close to 30 to 1. Make sure your compost pile has good aeration and moisture to support microbial life. Regularly turning the pile helps maintain oxygen flow and ensures even decomposition. This method aligns with vegan ethics by responsibly recycling plant-based waste. It reduces what goes to landfills and produces nutrient-rich compost that supports plant growth without the need for synthetic fertilizers. By mimicking natural cycles, you promote soil health, which is a vital aspect of sustainable vegan living. So, the next time you compost your vegan food scraps, remember the importance of the carbon-to-nitrogen ratio. It can make a significant difference in your composting success.